What if I told you that every ounce of your suffering comes from one hidden source you carry every day? Welcome to the channel. Today, we uncover a profound truth the Buddha discovered under the Bodhi tree, one that still shakes the foundation of human suffering 2,500 years later. The root of all suffering is attachment. Think about it. We suffer when we lose someone we love. We suffer when we don't get what we want. We suffer even when we do get what we want, because we fear losing it. At the core of all this pain is not the event, but our clinging to how things should be. We attach ourselves to people, outcomes, possessions, identities, and when reality doesn't match our expectations, we hurt. Buddhism doesn't tell us to reject the world. It teaches us to see clearly, to understand how our minds create illusions that trap us in suffering. But here's the powerful truth most people never hear. You don't have to live like this. You can be free. In this journey, we'll guide you step by step through the Buddhist path to release attachment, not by force, but by insight, compassion, and practice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more soul-healing Buddhist wisdom. Let's walk this path together. Why we attach, the inner mechanism of suffering. Why do we attach? Why is the human mind so addicted to holding on? Because deep within, we believe that things outside us can complete us. From childhood, we're conditioned to believe, if I get love, I'll be happy. If I get money, I'll be secure. If I become successful, I'll be fulfilled. But what happens when those things change, as they always do? We suffer. Attachment is not love. It's fear disguised as desire. It's the inner voice saying, I need this to be okay. This craving, what Buddhism calls tanha, is the thirst that never ends. And this thirst is not just for pleasure or success. It's for identity, control, permanence. But life is impermanent. Everything changes. And clinging to what cannot last is like trying to hold water in your hands. Once you understand this mechanism, you no longer fight reality, you begin to flow with it. The Four Noble Truths, the medicine for human pain. The Buddha didn't just identify the problem, he offered the cure. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of the Buddhist path. There is suffering. Suffering has a cause. There is an end to suffering. There is a path to that end. Let's break this down. Life contains dukkha, not just pain, but dissatisfaction, restlessness, unease. The cause? Attachment, craving, the mental habit of clinging. The solution? Let go of attachment. The method? The Eightfold Path. Right view, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. This is not philosophy. This is practical liberation. These truths are not something to memorize. They're something to live. You are not broken. You are simply asleep in a dream of craving. And the Buddha's path is the gentle alarm clock waking you up. Craving and aversion. Two sides of the same coin. Most of us think attachment only looks like craving, but there's another side, aversion. Craving says, I want this. Aversion says, I don't want that. Both are attachments. One pulls, the other pushes. Both disturb the peace within. You cling to pleasure and run from pain, and in that chase, your mind is never still. Buddhism teaches a radical middle way, neither grasping nor resisting. To be truly free, you must train the mind to observe desire and fear without being consumed by them. When you meditate, you begin to see this clearly. You are not your cravings. You are not your aversions. You are the silent awareness behind them. Freedom doesn't come from getting what you want. It comes from not needing to get what you want. impermanence, the truth that sets you free. The Buddha taught that everything conditioned is impermanent. That job you love, that body you're in, that person you can't live without, all of it is temporary. At first, this may sound terrifying, but actually it's the key to liberation. Why? Because impermanence teaches you to stop clinging. It invites you to love without fear, to live without control, to release what was never yours to keep. The leaves fall, the seasons change, your breath comes and goes. And yet, we suffer because we keep trying to hold on to the wind. When you truly see impermanence, you begin to let go, not out of apathy, but out of wisdom. What remains when you let go is peace. Meditation, the art of letting go in real time. How do you practice non-attachment in daily life? Meditation is the answer. In meditation, you sit and observe your thoughts. You don't chase them. You don't fight them. You simply watch. Craving arises. You let it pass. Anger arises. You let it pass. Sadness arises. You let it pass. Little by little, the mind learns. I don't need to hold on. Each breath becomes a teacher. Each moment becomes a chance to release. And over time, you'll begin to carry that inner stillness into your daily life, into traffic, into relationships, into chaos. That's when you know you're no longer a prisoner of the mind. You are the master, letting go of people. The attachment to relationships. One of the hardest attachments to release is attachment to people. We confuse love with possession. We think letting go means we don't care. But in Buddhism, letting go means loving more freely, not because you need, but because you see. When we cling to others to complete us, we create suffering, for them and for ourselves. True love allows space. It honors change. It embraces impermanence. You don't need to control someone to love them. You don't need them to stay for their presence to bless your life. Letting go is not rejection. It's respect for reality. Identity, the most dangerous attachment of all. We talk about letting go of objects, people, desires. But the hardest attachment to release is your self-image, your name, your story, your beliefs, your past. Buddha taught anatta, no fixed self. The idea that you are not a permanent thing, but a flowing process. When you cling to who you think you are, you create boundaries, fears, and limitations. I'm not good enough. I'm better than others. I can't change. These are all stories, and they're not who you really are. You are awareness. You are presence. You are the sky, not the clouds. To be free, release the mask. Sit with what remains. Practical daily practices for non-attachment. Let's talk about how to live this wisdom. Here are 5 simple practices to cultivate non-attachment. Daily meditation. Even 10 minutes helps you witness the mind without reacting. Mindful breathing. Inhale peace. Exhale clinging. Gratitude journaling. Appreciate, don't possess. Minimalism. Simplify your space, simplify your soul. Reflect on death, memento mori. Impermanence clarifies what truly matters. Non-attachment isn't about giving up life. It's about giving up the illusion that you need anything outside yourself to be at peace. Make this a daily practice, not a concept, but a lifestyle. The path to true freedom, ending the cycle of suffering. The journey comes full circle now. We've seen that suffering is rooted in attachment. We've explored the path to release it. And now we ask, what lies beyond suffering? Freedom, stillness, compassion, joy. When you stop clinging to life, you begin to live it. When you stop fearing change, you begin to dance with it. When you release the I, you merge with the infinite. This is not just Buddhist theory. This is a way of being. Yes, it takes time. Yes, the mind will resist. But freedom is possible for you right now. Take one breath. Feel it fully. Let it go. You've just practiced liberation. If this series has touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us reach others on the path. Together, we awaken.